This is the beach house project. This is the finished look at the house, and you can see how the house looked when we first started on it. It had been neglected for years. Those two galvanized pipes are the old hot and cold that went under the concrete, serving the old bathroom, shower, and kitchen area in the room we're going to restore here. And we're going to show you how to open up concrete floors and put in all new ABS piping, drains, vents, and then we're going to run hot-cold PEX lines with a recirculating loop. And then let's get on to this part. This is drainage for concrete walkway and around the foundation of the house. That insulated pipe you see there is the main water line that they had running into the house, and we are going to replace all that, burying it 2 feet deep from its water source. They had that for years. It just laid on the surface, came down the hill and around the side of the house and through the side of the house down to where there was a screen. Up top left center you see the new 3/4 inch copper pipe coming in. We had to build a pedestal for the water heater because the floor had slope to it and we needed to put a level base in, and you could see those old galvanized 1/2 inch pipes for the hot and cold again. So there are the earthquake straps around the water heater with the expansion tank up above there, and this is early on in the project. That is the old main line coming through the foundation vent in the screen there. And I do not remember just what that ABS was for. We got rid of that too, I believe. So this project had some very curious things going on. So here we are starting to break open all the concrete and making plans to put in the new laundry, shower, toilet, kitchen sink, all the new plumbing. And you can see the old galvanized pipe coming up through the ground and over to where the shower was. We had to pull down the ceiling in here. It had a lot of rat poop up in the ceiling there too. You can see the debris out the door straight ahead in the middle. And we are breaking open the concrete here. We're going to pull out all the old pipe, and then we will lay in new ABS pipe. You can see one of the old galvanized pipes in there. And that is where the kitchen sink was. That is a 1.25 inch galvanized pipe, and it was actually kind of plugged when we started. It would slowly drain. And you can see the drain pipe and the 2 galvanized pipes coming up out of the concrete there. It had no vent to speak of. And there is the ceiling again. We had to tear down all the ceiling there, and there is all the debris from tearing out the room, the ceiling, and everything. So we have started, we've got the ground opened up, and there is the new ABS pipe. We have 4-inch pipe, and the toilet is about 5 or 6 feet from the main stack, and we can go up to 10 feet with a 4-inch pipe before needing a specific vent for the toilet. That is a rubber mission coupler that goes into the Y. We have weight on top of that 2-inch ABS pipe going over to the wall, and the reason for the weight is to hold the pipe down. If you don't have weight holding the pipe down, dirt will slip under the pipe and lift it, and you don't want that. You want the pipe to be where you want it. So we put some more gravel on it and tried to stabilize it, and then strapped it to the wall. So over here is where the laundry drain is to the left. You see the 2-inch P-trap, and then we have the 1.5 inch vent going over to the sink and a 2-inch drain going over to the Y below the sink. And that will go to a 2-inch vent up through the roof. So you see more pipe being laid in there. This is the left is the sink, right is the vent, and far right is the shower where the P-trap is. So the sink that's the toilet there, and to the right is the drain for the shower and sink. And on the left 2-inch coming in is the kitchen sink. We have 2-inch Ys there, and the pipes coming into the 2-inch are going into Y's, and they have 60-degree turns, so that the Y is turned up 45 degrees, and then the 60-degree points the arm over 90 degrees to the wall. And so that's just a good way to do that. So now we have the concrete is poured. You see the that's the kitchen drain pipe coming up, and the vents and laundry going into it too. And that is the toilet, and you can just see the two little holes on the right at the wall line there for the 1.5 inch for the lavatory sink and 2 inch for the vent. And further to the right, if the camera turns there, you will see, yes, the drain for the shower. And you see there is a hole around the shower. We make that hole for the shower drain using a 4-inch cap, ABS cap, end cap, and we drill a 2.5-inch hole in it. You see how the hole is around the pipe coming up. And we do that because the shower sticks down into that hole. So there are the vent and the sink connections. Left is the sink, right is the vent, and that's the toilet again. You see the 4-inch main stack behind, and this area here is we're going to do some more work in here. We just have all our concrete and tools piled on top of that. Okay, so the floor there was not level. You can see we've poured concrete onto that, and we have about a 1/2 inch lip in the concrete there, and we're gonna come back over that again with some self-leveling concrete, and that will go into the thin areas of the floor that concrete with the gravel can't do. So you can see the pipes coming up the wall there for the lavatory sink and the vent. Lavatory sink the vent will continue up and through the ceiling into the roof. And you can see the cross arm for the vent. There's the shower. You see the opened up hole that we made for the shower base to stick down into. So the 2-inch vent will go up to the roof, and the 1.5 inch goes across and down for the lavatory sink. Okay, so now we're starting to plumb the walls. That is PEX, and you can see we put 1/2 inch copper off shark bite fittings. The copper pipe comes through the wall plate, and we put a piece of 1/2 inch slip collar on those. We cut the collar in half, so there's a 1/2 inch on either side of the wall plate, and then we solder that all together, and it makes a really solid connection for the pipe stub outs. And there are the pipes coming up. We like to use those formed metal corners because there's no mechanical connection, and it's just PEX pipe. There's the wall for the bathroom in there, and immediately to the left is the pocket for the refrigerator, and then the doorway for the bathroom will be in the center of the wall. So here is the piping for the kitchen again. The owner decided that they wanted to put the laundry on the other side, but they weren't sure, so we have 2 laundry pipes in there. That's the shower fiberglass enclosure that we put in there, and we set that into flex bond mortar. You just want to mound up a bunch of mortar underneath it, enough so that it will set down to the concrete floor and fill all up under the shower base. And that way you have a nice solid shower when you step in and walk around in it. A lot of people don't put mortar under their shower, and then you get a flexing base, and that flex, if it's bad enough, can cause you to lose your seal on your drains, and then you get water linking. So there is the kitchen connection again with the laundry either right or left if they ever decide. And ultimately they decided to not go to the left, they stayed to the right. So you see I've got a 3/4 inch piece of PEX over the 1/2 inch PEX going to the right, going through those triple and single stud there. And I just like to do that for when we have an unusual wall area to have extra production, extra strength in the pipe. So you see we're still framing out that bathroom. Okay, now you can see that we've got the return line for the recirculating. There's the pump. The water comes up from the pump over to the hot. You see the blue and red together, and then the return line is the red that comes down to that elbow, goes into the one-way valve, the check valve, and then into the water heater again in a closed loop. And the check valve prevents cold water from backfeeding into the hot system. So there is, that's the drain for the tub. It's a little bit long, but it was the only way that that pipe could get in there. And all the pipes are insulated in that crawl space area. There is part of the 2-inch vent system. That's a Panasonic Ultra Whisper Quiet fan. And there is some electrical for lights and fan and vanity lights and so forth. And there is some more electrical over by the kitchen for the sink disposal and counter outlets, dishwasher. And under the sink that is where we put the dishwasher and all those outlets. That is the connections for the local area network in the house. And there is the hot water pipe, has the foam insulation on it now. The foam is all black taped together, and the return line there, you can see that it has the foam over it too for keeping the heat in the recirculating lines. And so there is more wiring going on. Okay, so now we are sheetrocking, and this is that is the shower stall there, and the recessed mirror that'll go over the sink. And in the first door you see is a closet, and the second door in the middle left is the entrance to the shower. And this opening here is where the fridge is going to go, and I believe that there was a microwave went on top of that too. We've got, that is the closet door. No, that is the fridge door, fridge opening. That is, you can just see the shower stall inside. And there's the pipes for the kitchen sink with all the insulation and tube foam insulation over all the pipes. Everything, we took pretty good care to make sure that everything was insulated well. So everything's coming along really nicely in the room now. We've got the floors are all leveled out with concrete and self-leveling. We've got the walls are all insulated, and we're putting up all the sheetrock. There you can see the sheetrock is finished being put on the walls. That was Mitch doing his disappearing act. And there he is again, adjusting the radio, no doubt. Okay, now we're putting a 12-inch square tile on the floor, and we've got 3 coats of Red Guard on the floor. First you scrub the floor down real good, make sure it is clean, and then you put 3 coats of Red Guard down there. And Red Guard is not a crack isolation membrane, but it will allow you to tear up tile more easily because it's not directly adhered to the concrete floor, it's adhered to the Red Guard, so your tile will break out. And it's also a water seal. And so we put on 1/4 inch by 3/8 inch trowel of mortar. So there you see the tile in the kitchen, laundry, bathroom area is all finished up now. It's looking good. Got the paint on all the walls, doors in, windows are in. All the lighting is in. It's looking really sharp, taking shape. Remember what it looked like before this. It was pretty hideous. You can just see the pipe for the kitchen sink. And this is the bathroom. We got the red guard on the floor there. There is the toilet in the center of the room. It might be a little shifted a little bit to the right. Okay, now we are putting in the cabinets. So there is the sink cabinet, and the stove will go to the right of the sink, dishwasher will go to the left of the sink, and then the washer and dryer will be farther down along that wall. So this is the bathroom with the tile floors all finished in there now. This is the entryway, and there is a bench with drawers for your shoes and hanger above, and there's looking back through the kitchen the other way. The laundry isn't in yet, but it'll be there before long. But this room is shaping up very nicely. It's looking really good. And this is the kind of bottom of the stairs coming down to the basement. Okay, there is the kitchen again with the stove, and there is the laundry. Everything is fitting in just nicely. And there's the bathroom with the cabinets and the recessed mirror. The shower stall. The glass door for the shower isn't installed yet. You can see they got the nice 6-panel doors, and they're all fir doors, so we finished those with some clear finish. And you can see the crown molding is on the cabinets now. This is at the bottom of the stairs. There's a wine closet and then a bunch of storage closets in there. These are some doors, shaker style doors, sliding doors covering the furnace and water heater. This is some video of the house that I took. Sorry for the poor quality. This was a cheap little camera, and I wasn't really doing videos for YouTube at the time, so it's all I got. So forgive me for the quality, but it does show the finished product in here. We're taking a look inside the house here. Looks like while we were gone, some window screens were installed. Here's the small new bathroom. Tile floors throughout the entire basement. There's the shower stall. Kitchen, stove, microwave. This here is wine cabinets. This is the family room downstairs, and you can see that there's a pretty fantastic view out these windows. Everything is tiled in here, 12-inch square tile. And it does go out the door here to the patio downstairs. Yeah, that is a pretty good amount of wave action. There's a fireplace downstairs here. There's the furnace and water heater are behind the doors there. So looking back into the downstairs kitchenette. And we will go up the new oak stairway. And this is the great room upstairs. We removed a wall here and here and opened up the living room space. There's the fireplace there. Island and kitchen. Makes for a very nice social area. And looking out onto the upper deck. Granite countertops, oak floors throughout the entire upstairs. This is the bathroom. We put in this tile up here on the floor too in the diamond fashion. This is the shower in new Kohler deep cast iron tub. Stained glass. There's the sink cabinet and a mirror. Water closet and cabinet. This is the small bedroom, but it has a nice view. Put a TV on top of that. That's the closet in the living room, but it has that space above because the floors are at different levels. These are the linen cabinets. This is the large bedroom on the back side of the house. And yeah, it is a windy one out there today. All new oak floors. And it looks out onto the hillside. You can see the stairway going up out there. And there's the tramway. Okay. This is the mid-sized bedroom. All oak floors here too. Side window looking out. Some nice fabric blinds. It opens up onto a Juliet deck. And you have a nice view of the sound again. There's the other main deck over there. And let's go down the hallway and outside, and we're going to head back up the hill. Turn off some lights here. And there is the main room here again. So it just has a very, very nice openness to it. Okay, this is the climb that you can expect going from the house up to the parking. And let us begin. We'll stop at the first plateau, and as you can see, it's got a pretty darn nice view of Puget Sound, the Olympic Mountains. So this makes a real nice place to stop and take a rest. Then it also has a flat area which will be graded and landscaped and made to look pretty. Okay, now we will leave the middle plateau and go to the upper, which is above the curved wall here. And we have some more view of Puget Sound. And there's the pathway up, stairway down, Puget Sound. Good, it looks like my tarp is holding up. So this here is the next section. You'll be able to see how this area was restored in the post-project video, and I will post a link so that you can watch that video and show how the stairs were finished out and how the retaining wall on the side was put together. So thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, push the like button, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you.